Here we are in Ellis County, Texas, not far from Ennis. And this is one of the spots on Chambers Creek that flows all through Ellis County. As a matter of fact, you can't cross many places in Ellis or Navarro County that you don't go across Chambers Creek. But what's famous about this particular spot is this is back in 1964 when my dad was in high school. Him and his buddy were down here fishing one night, and they had a little bonfire, campfire going, and they had their poles set out, and they heard some rustling in the reeds, and they kind of looked up and looked around, and something pushed aside everything and stepped out, and it was 8 feet tall, covered in hair, and what can only be described as a Bigfoot. And this is where the Chambers Creek Monster, the legend of the Chambers Creek Monster, started. My dad and his buddy weren't the only ones to see it. There were other folks that saw it throughout the years, but this is where the first sighting was. And as you can see, it's a very, very, very primitive area over here. There's houses as you get farther back towards Ennis, but this area is really, really primitive. You can see where, you can tell how when things wash out, what it looks like, because when Chambers Creek overflows, it overflows big time. And that's why this is such a steep incline on each side. And this is basically a low water crossing. When the water's up, I've driven down here before when the water was over the road. Now, there's no way I was coming down here. Sadly enough, now people decide that they're going to dump stuff, and which is sad because this is a really good place to fish. The water, it gets much deeper out on this side. The other side of the water is clear and it's flowing, but here you can see where when the rain came up, how much junk got pushed through, and then you can see all the garbage. Matter of fact, there's an old TV there. There's a TV there. There's lots of potted plants thrown out for some odd reason. But yeah, it's really sad to see all this garbage. But again, back in the day, and probably now, it's still a great place to fish. But yeah, back in 1964, this was the first sighting of Bigfoot in the Ellis County area. Like I said, it wasn't the only time. And there's some actual places you can go see the story about it, and I'll actually post them in the comments down below so you can read some of the stories online about the monsters out here. There was a couple places did interviews with my brother about it because my dad's passed away, but they did interviews with my brother, and he talked about what he saw when he was out here. But yeah, this is one of the premier places to fish in Ellis County, anywhere on Chambers Creek. This is just, the water's really low right now. They haven't got a whole lot of rain here recently, but yeah, I've seen it when this has been completely full. But thanks for listening and watching, for sharing and subscribing, and I'll see you with another video. Thanks.